another snow day here in San Antonio. So first exercise, dumbbell press alternating. So one dumbbell will be here while the other one is up. After you're done with that, you're gonna superset with side laterals. So I'm probably gonna use 10s or 5s. You don't need a lot of weight because your shoulders will already be fatigued. And do side laterals like that. So press, side lateral, superset. The dumbbells will be a pyramid, so we'll start off with 10 reps on the first set. Go up and wait if you can, 8 reps. Third set, 6 reps. Fourth set, 4 to 6 reps. And then always keep 15 reps for the dumbbell, side laterals, or plate, whatever you're gonna use, even just body weight. So let's get after it. All right, set 3, 6 reps for the dumbbells. 60 pounds on the left, 52.5 pounds on the right. Feeling those pull-ups from yesterday, super sore. You should try that. I got 116 pull-ups, so it was a max pull-ups in 40 minutes. You can see that workout on the workout of the day playlist. Another thing, doing these, neutral grip will help preserve your shoulder over time. Good shoulder health versus this one puts that AC joint at more of a risk. So I'd recommend not doing that just to preserve your shoulders over the long run. Maybe a little weaker doing it this grip, but it's better than getting these injuries over time. All right, we'll do some anatomy or board review while we rest for the next set. What nerve innervates the shoulder? It's the axillary nerve, C5, C6 nerve roots. The rotator cuff muscles, so there's 4. They are the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, teres minor, and subscapularis. Out of those, which one does internal rotation? That's going to be your subscapularis. Does this is internal rotation versus this is external rotation. The rotator cuff is important because it provides proper arthrokinematics, which just means joint motion. So people can have huge, strong deltoids and weak rotator cuff muscles. A lot of people don't understand or can't understand why they could have a weak rotator cuff muscle causing shoulder pain, even if they have super strong shoulders. So pretend this is your humerus or your arm bone. This is the glenoid fossa or the shoulder joint where it attaches. It would be like this, attaching in here, and so that's the arm moving up and down. If the deltoid is attaching here, if you wanted to push or abduct, it would just pull this arm superiorly, and you can see it would slam into the top of this acetabulum here, and that's where the rotator cuff muscle comes in like this and attaches to parts of the humerus. And so if the rotator cuff is weak or not working properly, that deltoid, which is much, much stronger, is going to keep bringing that humerus superiorly and jamming that rotator cuff tendon into the roof of the glenoid fossa. And over time, it's going to cause tear. You get tendonitis first, and if it keeps happening, that tendon gets weak with inflammation, and then you get tears, and that's why typically in the older population, you're going to have what we call degenerative tears, not an acute tear from a traumatic event. And so having a proper rotator cuff muscle, once that deltoid muscle is pulling the humerus superiorly, it's causing a roll and inferior glide. So it's rolling, but also sliding inferior. And so as the deltoid is pulling up, the rotator cuff is pulling it down, and it keeps that humerus in the same spot. So it's not sliding up or down. So that is why a proper rotator cuff is very important. next exercise is rear delts. This is an incline upright row hybrid move. So you can do this exercise to focus on lats, like a T-bar row. As you can see, my upper humerus is almost parallel or pretty close to parallel with my body. That's what we don't want for this one. We want the elbow out as perpendicular as possible. That means making a 90-degree angle from here with my body. So if this is the arm, this is your body, 90 degrees right here. So it's almost adding some internal rotation, and you're bringing the barbell up like this. You don't want excessive internal rotation to prevent shoulder injury, just like this. And you're pulling with the rear delts like this. Instead of like this, it's like this. So not a lot of weight is going to be needed for this. Try to keep your chin rested on here if you can. That way you can't jerk the neck up once it gets heavy. If you have to do that, drop the weight. So just like this, coming straight up like this. And you want to hold it as wide as you can. So that's the motion. By keeping the shoulder a little bit internally rotated and flaring out the elbows, you can't really bring the barbell even any higher than that, versus if we were like this, you can bring it up really high. So it's almost, so light weight on these, 3 sets of 15. This is not meant to be a very heavy exercise. You want to focus on pulling with the rear delts. Pretend there's a string on your rear delt and someone has it and they're pulling it up towards the ceiling. Exercise number 3, so we're going to do some side delts and again rear delts. So alternating static hold, cable side laterals. If you don't have this at your gym or your house, your garage gym, you can use plates or dumbbells. So basically hold one while the other one does the lateral. So 10 per arm there. And then straight here, similar to the upright row, except we're going to use dumbbells. You'll be leaning on here. And you're going to, again, keep that arm perpendicular to your body, like this. Not like this, but perpendicular. Done. So this is exercise number 4, some more side delts because we're trying to build width for the shoulders. So alternating dumbbell side laterals, supersetted with bilateral dumbbell side laterals. Whatever weight you use for the dumbbells, pick a weight that's 5 pounds less. Because the alternating static hold ones are going to be so heavy, you can't go very heavy on those, but the bilateral ones you should be much stronger, but you'll be fatigued. That's why only 5 pounds less. You want to keep your head on the bench. If your head has to come off the bench where you kind of swing backwards, and that means the weight is too heavy. So you definitely don't need to go heavy on these because that side delt is extremely small muscle group. So to me, I'm using 15 pounds on the dumbbells and then 10-pound plates for the bilateral ones. So again, 6 reps and then max reps.